YouTube, it's Brian Phillips. Look at this beautiful creation. It's all new from FlyWing, and it is absolutely gorgeous. This is the MH-60 Jayhawk, the Coast Guard finish. They also have one, I believe, in a Marines finish. And I just want to show you one thing. I am not starting in GPS just quite yet or home. I'm in ATT, so you can see those nav lights and the strobe. So sweet. I'm gonna go immediately back to home and I'm gonna lay this down. Guys, full disclosure, FedEx decided that they wanted to make our helicopter need a little bit of personal attention. Oh, by the way, spring-loaded landing gear here, all three of them are spring-loaded. Ours was a little bit broke out. We'll show maybe in an unbox. We're not sure yet. But either way, I cannot wait to see this fly. We have to watch for light conditions in home. But look at, we have three of them now. It's purple, it's red, it's purple. It's purple over here now too. Instead of having that hidden light that's in the top, we're gonna be able to see what the heck is going on. And as soon as that goes to green, we'll be able to see. I'm gonna switch to GPS and see what happens to the light condition. It's in a flashing red condition now. And just walking around, giving you guys a look at this. I'm gonna switch down to ATT so you can see the lean of the blades. So beautiful. These are a little bit longer, 470 millimeters long. They go out from here to here, a little bit longer. An absolutely gorgeous size for the size of this aircraft, okay? So back to GPS. We're just giving it a chance to try to find the GPS. Is our first virgin run, of course, our maiden. I'm in stop, soft, home, now, and off. So when you're ready to actually get taken off, you want to go to GPS and wait for a moment until that switches, okay? So in that meantime, while this helicopter is finding its home position, this is where you would actually want to see a flashing green light, okay? They give you some procedures in the manual on how you can force it to do a calibration compass. We're not going to go through that unless we're forced to do it today. Full disclosure, the battery is a 4S 5,000 milliamp hour pack. We got ours as a ready to fly, which does come with this transmitter, and I have not set up the customary panic switch that bumps up one layer of settings, okay? We will try it if we have an opportunity to try it, but at the same time, we don't know if we're gonna need to, and so we're just go with not for sure yet, okay? Now, you'll notice it's taking a long time to find GPS though. So I'm gonna go back to home. Did you see it switch?
It flickered, yeah.
So now I'm gonna go back to GPS. See how it's flickering through some sequences? Now I'm gonna go back to home. And it's got this weird like rainbow effect. Yeah. I hope you guys can see it on camera. Now I'm gonna go back to GPS. So it must be finding some GPS signal, but it's just not super strong. Full disclosure, we have done FlyWings before and we've had pretty good luck with them finding GPS and getting a good lock, and it's usually a relatively quick process. However, on this one, it is a new flight controller. It's the new ACE flight controller. So if you guys are watching this for the first time and you've never seen Brian Phillips RC video, we try to show it from start to finish. This is one exception because we had a lot of shipping damage that looked like they took the box and stepped on it like a step. And I don't know why anybody would ever do that. It says Fragile all over the thing. It's obviously Italian. So here we go. Come on, give us a green light. So we might pause for a moment and wait for it to come up. All right, so we cleaned the driveway and just waited around and blah, blah, blah. It was like 10 minutes maybe. And we still don't see anything in home. So we'll switch to GPS and see what happens. It goes right to the green on that side and red on this side. And I'm beginning to think it's possible they mean that is green. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and go to run and take off. You ready? Come back over. See this? Stop and run. So we're there, we'll arm it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There goes to the crazy and then run. Okay, so we'll see what happens, but I can tell you this right now, we're in GPS, okay? This is where you just kind of throw caution to the wind. The first meter, I'll have a little bit of control over it. It's very solid feeling. 1 second of up. Oh yeah, that looks so good. Hasn't got totally out of control yet, but we are gonna give it a second to kind of stabilize. We've got a pretty good amount of wind still here. And as you can see, this is definitely flying. We've got that kind of crazy color. I'm not sure why it's still crazy, but I'm gonna turn it around like this. I'll keep it at a low altitude, just in case, okay? Oh, we've got a flashing green now, that's good. See how it's flashing green on that side, and it's stroby crazy on that side? See how it's green? Okay, so now I'm gonna go up just a little bit, and I'm just gonna navigate around a little bit. I am gonna coordinate the turns a little bit on this, just so you guys know. This is what we always do with the FlyWing, is we like to get it in a circumstance where it is recoverable if possible. Meaning, you probably ain't gonna stop that real quick, but I'm gonna lean it and turn it. It feels rock solid. Reminds me of the Bell 412, which is a 4-bladed helicopter. So we're leaning. I got a little jankadelic on me there for a second. Did you see it? When I really held the stick over, it did a weird thing. Okay, so now I'm in GPS right now. If I were to go to home, since we're sub 5 meters, it should come over to home and land from here. But I'm curious what to see is gonna happen. So I'm as close as I can get to being safe. I can always hit stop. I could probably salvage it from there. So I'm gonna go home. Yep, it's rising to 5 meters, hypothetically. 5 meters, of course, 15 feet. Okay, it looks like it's gonna go to 10 meters. Or no, that's about 5 meters, it's about 15 feet. Now it's turning around, it's in all purple on all the lights. Oh, it's so good looking. Oh, yes. And as you can see, I'm doing nothing. When it gets within 1 meter of the ground, it's gonna give me control again so I can really softly put it down. And that's the new change, or one of the new changes with this controller. It looks so good. You might wanna pick a different angle. It's gorgeous. Man, that is gorgeous. There it goes. Sits down, shuts itself off, guys. That's why you can fly with confidence. These FlyWings are spectacular when somebody doesn't use them as a step in shipping. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to run. Excuse me, we're gonna go to stop. We're gonna go to GPS and then back to home. And I think that's really all. You just gotta toggle it to home. And then wherever you arm it from, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I probably counted a little too quick, and then run. We'll take back off. Yep, so it's starting up. You wanna give them a shot from the front. So guys, it is so cool, but I still don't quite know why it's doing all the strobe effects on the side. So we're gonna let it spool up. Wanna get into a little tiny bit of collective up, and then I'm just gonna roll out and go pick up our patients. Dang, that is so sick. I love the strobe. So got a little jankadelic there. I don't know if you noticed that when I turned, there was just that certain spot. And I think what's going on is we're getting caught with wind. But man, that is so good looking. Holy cow.
That strobe on the tail is really cool.
Awesome. So guys, as you can see, rock solid performance. Let's fly over by the sock. Bring it down a little bit, lean it forward, just pushing with a cyclic, which of course is the right stick in a mode 2. We'll just fly over here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This is into the wind, and that thing is rock solid, guys. There's a wind sock, that's a wind sock, okay? If you can't tell, it's huge. And it catches wind, okay? So let's fly away from it. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, there is a new C-turn mode, and it's called coordinated turns. I'm gonna turn this on. I'm in GPS and now C-turn, okay? Now this is gonna coordinate my turns. That's just aileron. Now this is yaw, okay? So when moving forward, it's gonna coordinate. Oh, cool, look at that. It automatically adds the coordination for more realistic looking turns. Oh, dang, it looks really good, guys. That is awesome. I didn't think it would be enough. But guys, all I gotta do is use my yaw authority, and it automatically banks the helicopter whilst turning. So if you're used to coordinated turns with an airplane, you can probably do it without any help, but that really did work good. I'm surprised. I was totally prepared to be let down by that. In fact, I think we said it in our unbox. But like I said, since this thing came broken, we may end up not showing the unbox because it was basically me being pissed off that it was broke. But guys, look at that. Can you argue with perfection? It's hard. That thing looks so sick right in front of the damn gift shop. Guys, look at that. You can see right in there. See the flight controller. Okay, rolling out. Here we go. Let's go over here. Let's do some flying. Now I will tell you, ATT mode, let's go up over. Oh, that's so dang gorgeous. Okay, look at those exhaust ports. Now ATT mode is gonna allow you all the different controls. It's still gonna be auto leveled, but it's gonna let you go up and down too, with a little bit less locking effect when you let go, okay? So if you have coordinated turns on, you can turn that off at any time and just go back to you coordinating it, but it does seem to open up a little bit more bank angle, as you can see as I increase the amount of attitude call out for roll there, okay? It's doing a good job. It hasn't lost control. It hasn't felt out of control. It's been very reliably easy to control. Now we're gonna go to ATT. You'll notice it's not gonna drop like in the 3D mode it used to be called, okay? So now that's just not gonna stop. Okay, let go, and look what happens, it floats. It keeps sliding on that level plane. That's what ATT does. So if you have this in C turns and ATT, you're gonna have near freedom, but auto leveling as soon as you let go of the sticks, okay? We've discussed this before. You see how it's blowing in the wind? That is so cool. It's gonna feel and look a little bit more like a helicopter, but you're still not gonna have full flight authority, which is why we are going to still try and figure out, ooh, that got real wonkadelic there for a second. We are still going to try. Oh, dang, that looks good. So guys, watch this. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just describe it. Letting go of the sticks now, look at it. Just keep shooting out, okay? Little bit of roll and yaw from the C turn. Now I'm gonna go forward with the cyclic, and I'm just gonna give it a bunch of cyclic and then let go. That's ATT, that's GPS, okay? GPS is gonna hold its position in time and space. ATT is not. So what you're talking about is there's 6 axes of control here. You've got pitch, roll, and yaw, and then you also have forward, backward, left, and right, okay? So that's the other axis that are being added in to the control mechanisms. When you come out of GPS, you as a pilot are now in command of that. However, as soon as you let go of the controls, you can just basically have it auto level, which is a huge deal, guys. If you've never flown a helicopter, you'll understand nothing about that, okay? See it getting blown by the wind? That makes sense, because you see where the windsock's pointed? That's where it should go. Now I'm gonna point into the wind. I'm gonna give it a little bit of collective, excuse me, a little bit of cyclic, a little bit of collective, and then I'm just gonna fly at it and stop with my stick input. See how nice that looks? A little bit of altitude to avoid that bush. And man, oh man, it looks good. Holy cow, they're saying 18 minutes of flight time, which I tend to believe them on this. 5,000 4S packs in my experience with the FlyWing. You see how it got jankadelic there in that turn? Did you notice that?
Yep.
I guess when you get into these turns where you're going from a heading where it's nice and smooth, it's trying to figure out how to manage the C turn, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the C turn off, and now I'm gonna C turn it myself by using both sticks in the same direction. That means when I wanna make a roll to the right, I will also yaw to the right. And it just gets a little jankadelic because it's trying to keep up. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit lower for better visibility. Man, that livery looks so fantastic though. Can you argue with that UH-60 Jayhawk? Here it is, coming to you hopefully first on Brian Phillips RC, even though FedEx and UPS voted no. We voted yes. Okay, there's your ups. That's full speed up. Gets a little bit faster. There's full speed down. Oh, we have a warning for low voltage with that pink on the tail. That does not mean that you have to land, but it will eventually force a landing, okay? So that's how that works. See how it's pink on this side? You see how it's janky over here doing all sorts of craziness? What's gonna happen is this will eventually go to a solid purple and call out a return to home function regardless of what we're doing and regardless of where you are in time and space. Now, if you're up high, it'll go to a higher level. If you're down low, it's gonna go to a lower level. I'm gonna go back to GPS now. Now this shouldn't automatically, oh, it's initiating return to home. I bet it went to solid. Now, if you come over here a little bit, you might be able to see, and let's let it land right there, Hans. There we are. It's solid now. It's not gonna let us come out of this because it is a return to home. That is so dang cool. I just imagine being on a boat somewhere in the Bering Sea and this sucker's flying over the boat and we're just like, hey, you better hurry up. I did something stupid. Come get me off the boat. That is so freaking sick. Guys, FlyWing has outdone themselves again. Not only is the size right, the blade proportions seem about right too. And it doesn't have an overbearing weight to it. It's the right amount of weight for the blade set. Watch how soft it touches down. Oh, it's beautiful. And it shuts itself off. And I'm gonna go right to stop just for safety reasons. That was fantastic. Back to home and then back to ATT. And it is gonna stay in purple, as you can see. That's gonna tell you that you hit your low voltage, okay? You won't be able to take back off at this point, which is 4.3 volts per cell, right?
Yes, I think that's what it was.
So as you can see, big blades, a little bit bigger by about 20 millimeters on each of these blades than the Bell 412 or the EC135, which by the way, the EC135, as cool as it is, took us 3 to get right, scared the crap out of us twice. And the thing just scares me when I fly it. This thing feels solid, okay? 412 feels solid. Bell 206, absolutely flawless performance. Beautiful. Huey V4 vibrates like crazy on startup, but then flies absolutely beautifully. It even has a whoop, 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 whoop sound if you listen really close. The BO105, absolutely gorgeous. Fuller bladed design. By the way, this is all safe. All the switches are up. This is how hard it is to build this thing if yours doesn't come pre-broke. That's how hard that is. Guys, it is easy. This thing came super balanced too, I gotta say. So watch this, turn it vertical, slide it in, push it just past, rotate it and let it come back out. Pull them the first couple of times they'll be in there. And as you can see, even with the breakage that we had here, 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 all up in here, 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 all over the place, we still managed to get this thing put back together. And I gotta say, it still looks pretty stinking awesome. I am so happy that this thing is airborne and it did well, because what an absolute daydream it is to fly these amazing aircraft from FlyWing. We even have blade cutters here. I love it on the landing gear. Kind of wish we had them up above and down below. But man, oh man, that is beautiful. And by the way, this is accessible with 2 screws from the bottom. You gotta peel this tape back. I only know because ours got broken shipping. Now, yours probably won't get broken shipping, and I'm pretty confident it is the shipper's fault on this one, which is why we're gonna say that clearly, okay? At the end of the day, we don't cover for the manufacturers. In fact, I was pretty pissed when we got it. And I got to the point where I was like, you need to fire whoever makes this packaging, because we have a lot of canopies and hoods from FlyWing that have been broken. We've since moved past that, I believe. And this one just happened to have some damage. And as we repacked this thing, you know, tucked our tail between our legs, I was just like, we can get this thing back. And we did, because we wanted to bring it to you first on Brian Phillips RC. This thing is absolutely phenomenal. I knew it was gonna be good as soon as I saw the 4 blades. I knew it was gonna be good as soon as I saw the relationship of this blade length to the size of the heli. That is one thing where Flish doesn't always get it right, in my opinion. The blade size to body size is not quite right. Even though we still think they're really cool, the FlyWings do a great job. And if you're looking for small ones, the RCRs are amazing. We've been having great luck. And what a joy it is to have such an amazing scale flight performance. And you don't need a lot of expertise to get this in the air, guys. I could hand this off to the camera crew, except that it's really cold and she would complain, okay? The truth is, she could fly this thing. It's not hard. When the battery gets low, it comes home and lands. You can't flip it over. And that in lies my only complaint, beyond the shipping damage, which isn't really their fault, okay? At the end of the day, this thing does not come with the capacity to fly it in crazy mode. But I forgot to show you the faster speeds I was in soft. There is a normal and a sport.
Oh yeah.
But that is not gonna tip you over. It's
Right.
just gonna let you move faster. That is what ATT means. ATT means this is loose. We no longer have control as a flight controller, you do as a pilot. okay? This is always controlled by the flight controller. I want that off. I don't need ATT. I want 3D, okay? We'll make it happen. We'll share it right here on Brian Phillips RC if it can be done, okay? And I'm gonna make it just like I did before. I'm gonna make a button here that pulls us into a different mode. And it actually, as soon as I press it, it brings you up one layer so you can go back to GPS control so you regain auto leveling at the touch of a switch. We'll set it up, we'll share it right here on Brian Phillips RC. We don't leave you high and dry. It's one of the things we do well, even though we make long content. Sometimes people don't need it all or want it all. We're gonna make sure we follow through with the things we commit to. This is a great helicopter and it's worth the time. Also, thank you for some lights. Now, are they skill lights? Probably not, but I'm still very happy with these lights because they're very bright and they have multi-functions and I don't have to try to look through an opaque finish, like on the Huey V4, for instance, okay? Now, on some of them, like the Bell 206, I think you can kind of like get where you can see it from a certain angle. It's not such a big deal, but it is annoying. On the Flish, they've got lights that are mounted exterior and they're very high quality. They use a much more expensive flight controller. It's overkill for what we're doing, in my opinion, okay? This is an awesome heli. Get it ready to fly. Buy it from the links in the video description below. You'll support Brian Phillips RC. And can you argue with how awesome that looks? And remember, mine got squished, yours won't. Here's to hoping. What a gorgeous, excellent job. Spring-loaded, soft tires, by the way, I might add. They are actually soft, which is amazing. Soft tires and suspension. All the landing gear. We haven't seen that before. It's amazing, okay? Well, technically we had the Airwolf, but yeah, it was kind of like meh in every way. That's why I never talk about it. But if I had another Bell 222, I don't know, it might be okay. That's the Bell 222 if you didn't know. I love this helicopter. And the only thing I'm waiting for from FlyWing is a more scale looking tail rotor. FlyWing, give it to us. We want it. I want one that looks more scale, one that's going to sound more scale and look the part for such an absolutely amazing looking heli. We've got the main rotors, we've got the scale, we've got the lights, we've got the body, if it makes it in one piece. We've got good transmitter receiver combos that are affordable within the ready to fly packages. We've got good flight time. We've got good auto leveling. We've got good flight controllers. We've got all the things we want. We want the tail. Give it to us, please, okay? Hope you're listening. All right, that being said, get it. Links in the video description below. If you buy it from the links, you'll follow and they'll know that we sent you there and we'll get some commission off of it. So it helps support our channel and all the different crazy expenses we have right now. As you can see behind us, that's a pretty big one. And we haven't even showed you what's going on inside. And there's a lot going on inside in the next few months. All right, that being said, other ways to support us. YouTube super thanks, one-time donations. YouTube members, Patreon for monthly support. Thanks guys for being monthly supporters, and then PayPal for one-time donations, or we have a PO box. If you need to send us something, just give us a heads up on the email in the About tab on our channel. Now, with regard to the changes to this setup, it may follow on a different video. It might also be just as easy as copying exactly what we did on previous FlyWings. I don't think it's gonna be quite that easy, but we'll find out and we'll share it on a new video. It's probably gonna look a little bit like this thumbnail, so make sure you keep your eyes open for that. If our unbox build radio setup seems a little bit abrupt in its ending, that's because we pretty much showed you everything you needed to see here and as part of the Maiden Flight. We do normally show these together, right?
We do, but we'll have to see if we're even
We may not even put it in. All we did was open it and get all pissed off that it was broke.
Realize it was really broken.
But we did have a charger. The charger worked. It allows you to discharge. It allows you to charge. Pretty simple stuff. Comes with an AC adapter if you're in North America. Obviously, it doesn't come with the 4 AA's that are necessary in the back here. So we provided those. And this is the same transmitter we've seen, but it has different switches. And that is one big thing to take note of. We don't have the figure 8 flight. We don't have the circle orbital path. And we don't have the normal flight. We just have the 3 different speeds. I don't really care about the speeds. I don't think it's gonna make a difference, but I was proven wrong that one time. So at this point, the coordinated turn mode is really good for people that want their helis to look better, but don't have the skill set to do it. If you're brand new and you're scared of like chopping your head off with this thing, I understand the predisposition is to be worried about that sort of thing. And it's fair. Just jump out of the way if it crashes, okay? I'm serious. But at the end of the day, these things are well managed. They do a good job. Make sure you got GPS lock before you take off. And remember, you can't even upset this to get it upside down unless something goes sideways, okay? Or you run into a tree. Or you do something crazy, get into a bank and get into an unrecoverable gust of wind or something crazy. There are some weird things that can happen. But at the end of the day, by and large, these things will not crash themselves, okay? Right?
Right.
Awesome helicopter. Good job, FlyWing. Thanks, Sterling Kit, for working with us. We're bummed about the packaging issues, but I think we'll work through those. I think FlyWing needs to maybe address that a little bit because the width of the tail on this particular aircraft is about 2 millimeters thinner than the box, but then it goes into a cardboard box, then it goes into a double-walled cardboard box on the outside, then it goes into a double packed foam package, like, you know, bubble wrap package. So that's a lot of packaging with corner guards, but corner guards do not protect the middle of the box.
Nope.
Okay, so if you guys are listening, which I'm sure you're not, it would suck to have to add that in because it's like 2 screws and 1 sticker. But truthfully, I'd rather add it in than have a broken helicopter. However, in hindsight, after having some time to digest what happened, we believe somebody stepped on our box because the box was deflected all the way down the length of it.
Yeah.
It was probably done by the shipper. They said, oh, look, a sturdy box, step, get packaged, go on.
Yeah.
So anyway, I want to punch that guy in the face. But that's all right, I'll never get those 2 hours back. And that's what I spent with a hot glue gun,
Pretty much.
a red marker, and some white tape. And it looks pretty dang good.
It does.
I might say. All right, so also we did add a little bit of weight to the tail because we had to hot glue it together, put a spar in, all that stuff. Got it all put back together. It looks great. I'm really happy with it. Beautiful heli. Guys, thanks for watching here on Brian Phillips RC. We try to leave no stone unturned because we want to give you the full truth, nothing but the truth. So help us God. And part of that is telling you about what doesn't go right, okay? But at the end of the day, we're here to help grow and support this hobby that we all love. And that would be RC aviation and other stuff too, which we love. So at the end of the day, thanks for being here with us. It's gonna be an awesome 2026. This is gonna be an awesome new release. You guys want one? And yes, they do have it in a gray livery. I think it's a red tail, and I think that's Marines, but I am not 100% certain on it. It looks really sweet too, but I really like the Coast Guard look. I like the Nemo look. Everybody used to make fun of the EC 1500.
Yeah.
The Nemo, and I was like, I love the
was
Nemo.
cool.
The
Yeah.
gray one was cool too, but I like the
orange and white.
orange and white. It's actually red and white, but even still, it's looks like orange to me.
Yeah.
So beautiful helicopter, well done. Price to sell. Get it from the links in the video description below, and we will be working on the other feature unlock. So stay tuned, guys. If you had questions or comments, leave them down below. We'll do our best to get back to you. Be here on Brian Phillips RC. If you need something and you didn't find it here, check out brianphillipsrc.com or bprc.me if you don't know how to spell my name. You can find all the competitive helis that we've ever done, and there are thousands of videos, thousands plural, okay? And you can find exactly what you want to find, sorted by type or brand. If we worked with a particular manufacturer, distributor, or in the type category, you'll be able to find it a lot easier than you will on YouTube, but it's going to take you right back to YouTube. And if you guys are watching on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, find us on YouTube. That's all we got for you. Thanks for watching, guys. So much more right around the corner on Brian Phillips RC.